Hi there movie fans, and welcome to another edition of Movies. Today we're raising a glass of warm soapy bath water to Saltburn, a 2023 film released on the Amazon streaming platform just in time for warm family get-togethers at Christmas, which is scripted and directed by Emerald Fennell, who was also responsible for the brilliant Promising Young Woman, with which Saltburn shares a similar revenge is a dish best served cold kind of theme. In case you weren't already aware, the film takes a massive swipe at the class divide and the efforts we might go to climb the social ladder rather than burn it down, and features brilliant performances from an ensemble cast that includes Rosamund Pike as rich, waspish Elspeth Catton, a beautifully nuanced turn from Richard E. Grant as Elspeth's husband, Sir James Catton, Alison Oliver as the Catton's daughter, vulnerable Venetia, Archie Madekwe as Farley, accepted as part of the Catton household in his own rags to riches backstory, but determined to repel all other boarders from gaining that privilege, and a standout cameo from Carey Mulligan as the hippy dippy Pamela. But this is a film whose centre point is Barry Keoghan's Oliver Quick, state-educated suburbanite from somewhere up north, on a scholarship to Oxford, and Jacob Elordi's Felix Catton, born with all of the silver spoons, money and land and titles can provide. If you knew nothing of the background to the movie, you might think, as the film begins its 2-hour 10-minute running time, that this was an exploration of homosexual awakening, as Oliver and Felix find reason and purpose to connect with each other. But the movie is so much more than this, and slowly begins to manipulate our feelings towards each of these characters. Oliver, layered like an onion until there are literally no more layers left to reveal, almost imperceptibly moves from sympathetic outsider to something darker, more insidiously manipulative. And Felix isn't quite the toff, oblivious to those outside his natural social circle, and we gradually warm to his outlook, which in gentler times might be regarded as one nation conservatism. Now, this is a film whose plot, beyond the broad brushstrokes painted here, it will be easy to spoil, so we're not falling into that trap. But given there is a lot of water cooler discussion around the film, do watch out for the evisceration in Oliver's earshot of Ollie's character in the Catton family gathering before they pivot seamlessly to welcoming him into their circle of trust, the dismissal of Pamela, both figuratively and literally, once the Cattons grow bored with her amusement value, that bath scene, and don't turn away or block your ears, what has become known as the vampire scene, the visit to Oliver's roots, which precipitates the shift in atmosphere, the awkward birthday cake scene, which underscores Oliver's outsider status, and the uncomfortable grave scene, apparently completely improvised by Keoghan. All of these scenes are played out like a car crash you can't turn your head from, and lead ultimately to the final payoff at the movie's end, where we can judge the success or otherwise of Oliver's, what should we call it, his assimilation, his scheming, his accidental good fortune. And about that ending, it'll be interesting to read what others thought about it in the comments. To me, it felt a lot less subtle than the rest of the film, as if it were determined to finish with a twist at all costs, which, to sum up all of the flashbacks at the end, didn't necessarily point to. What it does not do, however, is tie everything up in a little bow Hollywood style, and has a lot of interesting talking points to keep discussion going for some time to come, of which the ending is one. And if that was the intention all along, then Fennell has executed her mission brilliantly. Plot points aside, this is a superb social critique, not just of the privileged class, but of the less privileged class scheming to emulate them. The target is accordingly very broad, although not so broad as to include racism to boot, save a brief exchange between Madekwe's Farley and Felix, which is very swiftly dismissed so we can get back to eating the very rich, or those with an equivalent appetite. And if all that was not enough, we have Sophie Ellis-Bextor's Murder on the Dance Floor being played out to the end credits, which may not only stand out as one of Keoghan's most revealing performances, but also gives some interesting ideas for the new series of Strictly. We thank you for watching and hope you enjoyed this review. If you leave a comment, we will be happy to respond. Otherwise, please like and subscribe to our channel, and do look out for more movie reviews soon.